Hey there, I'm Vergola, and you're listening to a Pup in the Life, Pod-fessions of a founder's pup. In this walking podcast, I will tell you all about my life with Mom, who's a startup founder, talking startups, entrepreneurship, but also other interesting topics such as mental health and a bit of fun too. Join us in this walk of life. Hey, this is Vergola, and we are again in a Pup in the Life. Again, very hot, so recording this from the studio. Here we are, just laying down in our dog bed, just with Vergola and Mom. So, today we're gonna talk about something that came up with Mom's assistant earlier today, and which is time management strategies, time management hacks. Just 5 things that Mom is doing that are pretty, that have become pretty useful in managing her time, plus one that she is actually currently just developing. So first off, your time is very important. If you have time slots and you know that are not filled in your calendar, it is totally okay. You shan't be always busy. Please find yourself some time to just strategize, especially if you're a founder, a CEO. You need to have time not to be operational, but then it depends on the role. There is a great episode by Alex Formosi in his podcast about this. There is a difference between maker's calendar and manager calendar. I will not get into the details, but basically the manager needs to have the time slots booked. The maker needs to not. So it's totally okay as a maker to tell this person, hey, sorry, I have stuff to do, and it's not my priority. It's not on my list right now. So the thing I want to talk about are my strategies, are actually Mom's strategies, but our strategies, which my strategy is mainly just spend time with Mom and make her understand that the time spent with me is not wasted time. That's why we're doing this podcast. Anyways, between one cuddle and the other in this hot, super hot weather, let's talk about the first things that Mom did, and I'm going to the last ones. So first thing is 15-minute calls. No more than 15 minutes. It doesn't apply to everything, but it applies to the main first calls that Mom did in the first, once she first meets people, right? So the first thing is no more than 15 minutes. If you don't know the person, if you don't get the context, also if they call you randomly for some urgency in the company, no more than 10 to 15 minutes. It's very enough to get to know the context. No small talk. It's not easy, especially if you're Southern European like Mom. No small talk. No context. Just get straight to the point. People are gonna be. It's not easy for people to go through it. Sometimes sometimes I think Mom thinks that sometimes people are just paid to waste other people's time. But sometimes, once you don't have that, you'll find people that are very, very, very happy to avoid spending lots of times with you because they have something better to do anyways. So, first thing, 15 minutes calls. I know. If there's 30 minutes, make them 15. If there's 60, make it 30. There is a hard rule for Mom is no calls except for strategy meetings with her team longer than 60 minutes. You don't need them. Second, she blocked a moment in a day from actually 12 to 3 p.m. where she knows she's not performing for calls. She might be in the gym, she might be eating, she might be out with me, she might just have some urgency that needs to be taken care of before it's too late. She might just be doing anything else and maybe even resting, but not talking to other people on the phone. So time block. Let other people know that is not a time for you to be calling other people. Third thing, she has taken the third or the second week of the month off, where she just strategizes and does calls with investors and strategy calls. There is nothing else she's gonna do in those days Maybe take care of herself, maybe take care of me, maybe take care of anything that's important, but not calls, not practical stuff, not tactical stuff. Now I know not everyone can afford this. For example, if you work in sales, this is something that you're not able to do, which is totally okay. But then just take some time to strategize something out of it, to give you time, maybe time block, I don't know, a Friday afternoon, or a moment in which you're not performing so well, and you need time to just do something else, which I'm sure you have to do. Hey, if you're enjoying this episode, why don't you tell your human to share it on their social media? You actually can also tag us and let them put a picture with you, your animal friend, or just them listening to the podcast with their thoughts. I hope to see you again around, and let's just continue listening while we make the podcast grow and I get some new animal friends. Now, let's get back to the show. So we're left with two other important things, two other important memos to be taken into account. The first being, nothing has priority if nothing has priority. What does this mean? That if somebody pops up to you and says, hey, I need to talk to you about something, and they have 5 minutes and blah, blah. If you have other priorities, which is basically that nothing else besides your strategy, your relationships with investor, the balance sheet you need to close, whatever, you don't give them their time. So it's kind of something that's pretty interesting to remember, is that you're not here to just be available for everybody. You're here because you're here to do stuff, to deliver, to work on your passions, to work on your objectives, to blah, 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 to do like the work that needs to be worked and to be done. So if you accept it, you accept it once, and there's not an option and a way to say, oh yeah, I accepted it, but then, it's okay. It's not okay. You have accepted it, and you could potentially keep accepting it, and so it's not okay at all. So nothing has priority if nothing has priority. Full stop. It is what it is. And if they ask you about it, just say, it's normal. From a CEO to another person that's potentially another CEO, or it takes time to have time. Okay, I just invented it. It takes time to have time and to make time. Use it wisely. Don't waste it, because you spent time to create yourself that pocket of time for you to do actual shit. Then the last thing that mom hasn't done yet, but it's pretty important and pretty, straightforward, is within a week off, just take calls out of some days up until you can arrive to 1 or 2 days. Nothing relevant happens in a call, or it can happen in a call, but that call could potentially wait a week. And if that's really, 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 really urgent, well, you can do it in another time. So I'm just gonna say, just keep yourself accountable. Like, you need to have the time to make time and to respect the fact that you made time. So we're gonna say it's 5 + 1. Let me know if you have any time management hacks. How are you dealing with that? Because mom was just used to deal with that and say, yeah, whatever. I'm just super productive anyways. So no limits, no whatever. Actually, limits are pretty important, especially when it comes to make yourself grow and have time to strategize. And as a CEO, as a founder, your job is actually to strategize. And if you're in another job, I'm sure you know what your actual job is. So please do your job. Avoid calls, avoid contacts that are not useful. And it is what it is. Let me know how you found this. And if you like the podcast, please share it with your friends, with other founders, with the people that you need justification with. Use me. If they're telling you Why are you having this such a, time management type of thing? Well, because I know it works, and Vergola told me to do it. Use me, use me, use me. Don't be scared. I'm here for you, and let's do it, and let's make this remote world a better place to be. Also because of the digital and time hygiene that we have. I will send you kisses, hugs, and a bit of barks. Bye!
Hey, it was great to walk with you today. I hope to see you again around soon. By the way, in the meantime, you can find me on Mom's social media. If you look for Marta Basso, which is MartaBasso. Yes, it's Marta without an H. Just find us, send us a like, a comment, a message, reshare the episode if you liked it. I will send you all my hugs and kisses and a bit of barks as well. Walk with you next episode. Bye!